Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about 5 ways that can help you and your workflow get that $20,000 placement. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Preston. I'm a professional recruiter running and scaling my own agency. Let's get into it, guys. Really appreciate that. So again, quick stuff about me. I've started my career a little over 10 years ago at a nationwide award-winning staffing firm, quickly became one of the largest producers out of 300 recruiters nationwide, surpassed $500,000 a year, even 100K in a single month. In 2015, I decided to kind of bet on myself, start a solo recruitment career, and I did the same thing. I did over $500,000 a year, did over 100K a single month, and I did between 5 to 800K net for myself every single year to present, and now we're scaling a profitable recruitment agency. And just here, excited and happy to kind of give you value. And let's talk about this video and the reason why we're here. So to kind of kick off, we like to really talk about, there's really two types of recruiters right now in 2025. There are those who we call the reactive strugglers, the ones that are aimlessly sending hundreds to thousands of desperate messages, hoping that one of them sticks. Those that are spending ridiculous amount of money on tools that simply don't talk to each other, they don't integrate, or simply they don't work. They're trapped in feast or famine hell. So you might crush it this month, but next month you're back to zero. When you crush it again, and then you're back to zero, those highs and lows, my goodness, are super, super painful. And then those that are just working like 60 to 80 hours for inconsistent results, burning out, exhausted, no life, don't have time to do anything aside from being stuck on your desk and just really feel like that you're shackled and you're a slave to it. And then there are on the other side what we call systematic operators, right? Recruiters who are able to just only do like a small amount of messages and get high amount of response rates. Those that keep their operations super lean. There's no reason, again, for you to spend more than a couple $100 a month on tools and costs. And those that really have predictable pipelines that run while they sleep. So it's not completely correlated to just manual effort. So like, even though manual is fine, the biggest thing with manual is like if you stop, everything stops, right? And that's where stress can just go up the wazoo. And then recruiters who are choosing to work smart, not burning 60-hour plus weeks doing inconsistent, unpredictable results. And the gap is literally getting wider every single day. I still think you can find success doing things manually, but to learn how to really create those systems, to automate, to embrace AI, but to do it well, that gives you consistent and predictable leads and clients, candidates, ultimately placements. That's what it's all about. And I think we're at a time right now where it doesn't really matter if you build X amount a year ago, 2 years ago. It doesn't matter if you scale the recruitment team to 100 people 3 years ago. None of that matters because that's no longer like an indicator of you being successful in the present or into the future. The industry is changing so much and so fast where just because it worked before in the past, it will not mean it works again in the future. And I just need to kind of make that point as clear as day, because the people who are struggling the biggest are those who have an ego. They have a track record of, hey, I know how to recruit. I don't need to change. I don't need to evolve. And I think that's the biggest difference between recruiters who have found success in the past and those who are finding success now. Like even now, I still see myself as a student in this game, and we show up and we plug in every year, but more importantly, we evolve as the industry is evolving. And so how I've done a lot of things 6 months ago, a little bit different than what I'm doing now. How I did things 12 months ago, 3 years, 5 years ago, different than what I'm doing now, and it changes. And so where I'm going to be 6 months from now, a year from now, it's absolutely going to be different because we choose to evolve with cutting edge best practices and technology of recruitment. So do you want to be a reactive struggler or do you want to be a systematic operator? You choose. So when it comes to 5 ways, we categorize them in different ones. But number one is the first one is called research, right? So with research, it's such an easy thing to do wrong. What struggling recruiters do is all about manually mundane tasks every day that takes hours and days. You just get sucked in researching, sourcing, saving. You can keep your head down and you pick it up, hours go by. Multiple tools, struggling to stay organized, so many tabs open, so many different tools open. You don't know what you're doing. You feel like you're busy, but you don't feel like your desk is going anywhere. Like that can feel very overwhelming. On the other hand, you have what systematic operators do. They're focused on automated market intelligence and target identification, right? They create an actual system that discovers opportunities for you based on proven signals and data. And it happens around the clock with or without you, not manually. The main result of that though is waking up to accurate, qualified results and leads, no analysis process, saving you easily minimum 20 to 30 hours per week or a lot more. Okay. This is extremely important phase to master because this really kind of sets the tone for the rest of your day, the rest of your business, the rest of the week, and the rest of the month. Research in the beginning, it's the first step. So like you need to know exactly how to do it quickly without really taking that much time and effort, because if you kind of go into the thought process of trying to perfect everything and trying to test every single tool out there, you're just never going to get started, and then your business or desk will just never move forward. Real quick, if you ever thought about starting your own recruitment agency or you're a recruiter struggling to land clients, you'll want to check out our coaching and implementation program. Inside, I give you the exact scripts, the outreach templates, and acquisition systems I used to hit over $500,000 my first year, scale to over $100,000 months, and do over $5 million in placements on my own desk. Our students are already hitting $30,000, $50,000, even $80,000 per month or more, many of them doing it part-time. So if you want to learn the same playbook, the link's below. It's exactly what I use. Now back to the video. The second way that can help is learning how to enrich properly. So what struggling recruiters do, they really focus on not having any single idea on how to kind of contact leads or candidates. Like you may have some sort of idea on like what market, what niche, what job titles, but then like what do you do after that, right? They use multiple tools. Many of them are just going to be super expensive. They try to get contact information. A lot of the data is completely inaccurate, right? But what about systematic operators? What do? Where's the difference? Well, they focus on really contact validation and data layering. They focus on very accurate multi-source data enhancement, automated verification. They know specifically what tools, what extensions, what systems to use to get that information quickly, accurately, without wasting time. And the ultimate result of this is just able to reach without second or third or fourth guessing yourself, qualified, verified prospects, no dead-end outreach, and no figuring out, hey, how do I get this person's phone number? How do I get this person's email address? Why is this email like not verified? Why is it not moving forward? Like, I don't want to waste time doing that. I'm sure you don't want to waste time doing that. And so again, really make sure it's focused on utilizing the right tools, the best-in-class data tools that can get you that data quickly and efficiently and accurately. The third way is learning how to engage. So once you figure out the research and the targeting and you kind of get their information, how do you engage them, right? So what struggling recruiters do is all about no idea how to actually engage or conduct effective outreach to either clients or candidates. And the result of that is you're just going to like haphazardly write messages that don't make any sense, that come off too spammy, too AI, too robotic, not going to get any responses because you're just turning people off and you're just burning bridges after bridges. You're not educated on best practices with messaging and frameworks. You're literally finding opportunities and then destroying it at the same time. Meanwhile, what systematic operators do, they really focus on automated outreach with proven messaging frameworks. The focus here is on automated so you can actually engage someone without you physically clicking buttons or typing, right? Let the technology do everything for you. And then the second thing is proven messaging frameworks that can frame your background correctly, that can frame your strengths correctly, that can frame the value that you're trying to convey correctly, because every little thing matters. Because if your message is too long, if it's too short, if you're saying the right things, the wrong things, that absolutely will impact whether or not you get responses or no responses at all, like complete crickets, right? The result, if you do things correctly, is you're able to step in once leads are warm. Once you have someone that responds to your outreach positively, expressing intent and needing help and having a sense of urgency, then you basically do that meeting, do that call, boom, pick up that role, go over your agreements, and now you have clients on a silver platter. High quality responses versus spray and pray. And this is super important because more has changed in biz dev, lead generation, client acquisition in the entire recruitment industry in the last 3 to 5 years, in the last 10, 20, 30 years of anything else. And so what I mean by that is people could have easily gotten away with spraying and praying, throwing a lot of stuff at the wall, seeing what sticks type of mentality, and doing the haphazard email or the calls or, very mediocre like research and targeting and messaging and still get leads. Like that used to work in abundance, but now that does not work anymore. Like literally everything has to be perfect from messaging, targeting, subject lines, call to action, follow-ups. If one thing is broken, you will absolutely struggle getting results, right? Let alone consistent responses, conversations, or clients. Now, the fourth is all about acquiring, right? So what do struggling recruiters do here? They don't have any idea how to build or manage an effective pipeline and relationships for both clients and candidates. They just kind of get lucky here and there, and wherever the leads come in, they kind of scramble. They're not confident, and even when they have a lead, they're not confident whatsoever. No messaging frameworks, no best practices on closing the clients and qualifying and even submitting candidates. And you can use the best platform or tools in the world getting clients and candidates, but if you don't even know how to engage them, how to acquire them, how to get them into the pipeline, how to build that relationship, how to communicate effectively, your business is just going to go absolutely nowhere. So what does systematic operators do? Well, we focus on pipeline development, right? Both exclusive clients, retaining clients, and also this applies to quality candidates. Getting exclusive clients and quality candidates in your pipeline, making sure that you don't just find them, we're able to acquire them, convert them into our pipeline where you can start building that relationship, which is so important. And the end result of that is quality, predictable conversations that actually convert, where you fix that leaky pipeline completely. Last but not least, the fifth way that can help you kind of make money and fix your business is learning how to close properly. So what do struggling recruiters do? They have no idea how to do placements consistently and confidently. They don't know how to tip the probability in their favor. They don't know how to manage the relationships with the candidates. They just think that they're a resume vendor and they pray to God and hope that they do placements. That's not how you do systematic placements over and over and over again. You're just kind of treating it like a Las Vegas casino in this slot machine. So what do systematic operators do? They really focus on placement orchestration and fulfillment, right? They build pipelines, making closing placements just easier. If you're able to find clients and close clients, and you're able to do that at scale constantly, then you're able to close and have maximum chances at bat of closing clients and picking up clients. Same thing with candidates. If you know how to find them and outreach and follow up with them systematically, then you'll always have candidates coming in, having a packed calendar so that you can do a lot of these candidate calls every single day, having a robust pipeline on both sides. More client leads and can't stop a funnel, plus best practices and fundamentals will lead to just an unstoppable pipeline. The result of that is orchestrating from abundance, not desperation. You don't want to follow and you don't want to chase leads out of desperation in clients, and you don't want to do that with candidates. Number one, they can see it, they can smell it off you. And number two, you want to be in a position of authority and you want to have a position of power as a business. You want to be able to say no to clients. We say no to clients every single week and month at our agency, and I want you to do that. And when we have the power that if we talk to a client and for any reason it doesn't make sense or we think it's going to be a difficult client, we simply do not engage them. We always want to be able to work with the best clients, responsive, respectful, professional, easygoing. The job makes sense, the comp makes sense, and have a high probability billing instead of being stuck with the client or two that's just horrendous, moving slowly. It's impossible to get feedback or get in touch with them. Same thing with candidates, right? This business is polarizing. It could feel like the worst business in the world, or it could also feel like the best business in the world with the clients and candidates that you have. So it's very, very important to have both systems and pipelines on either side humming and with momentum. So you can always have active pipelines of the best clients and the best candidates, creating the best experience for you and everyone else involved. So I hope that this helps. I think with this business, you really need to focus on these 5 phases and be able to optimize them perfectly. And if one thing's off, you are leaving not only a lot of money off the table, but also just a lot of possible efficiencies and just results and relationships that are simply just not being utilized or engaged. So I hope this value can give you value and really break down the recruiting process into 5 main phases and chunks so that you can really focus on auditing where are you doing great, where are you not doing great, how can you step up, how can you improve things, what's not working, what's working, so that you can diagnose better and ultimately find a better solution. So I hope that this video helps, and we'll see you on the next one.